button.
He's
what are you wearing?
lazy
Lazy days.
Yep, because he's been working all week on his new book.
Oh my goodness, you got a new book coming out, little Kenny? What's your book about?
You want to show
I
him?
heard you got some jokes.
Okay, well, here. You want to show him?
Awesome.
Oh, that's adorable.
So little Kenny has
It's a
his
drawing
book
of me.
coming out, and
The
we have
drawing of
art
me.
books. Ken Rochon, who
Well,
myself, Ken Rochon, is up here with us. We have Ken and I did a book. He photographed all of the people that we influenced SocialYser. As since we got off the ground, we started back in January, and I remember the day we were going to be doing the whiskey warming and ice skating down at the Inner Harbor, and our partners at MindRod needed a photographer, and they're like, "Oh, I have the guy for you." And they had called Ken, and Ken, I don't know where you were. You were overseas or someplace. You called and said, "I can't make it, but I'll send somebody." But it was lovely because he sent somebody out. We had to shift gears and take it all inside because of the rain. But Ken was wonderful. When he got back, he said, "I want to meet you. I heard about what you're doing, and I want to talk about the Keep Smiling movement." And when he got back, we went over to his studio to talk a little bit about what he's doing with the Keep Smiling movement. And I was truly inspired. I remember reading, it was Michael Tabrizi's book about feeding the homeless. And it just, it brought a tear to my eye because the reason that we started SocialYser is to give back to the community. And we, here in Baltimore, we get so much negative press and such, but there are wonderful people out there doing great things. And we're going to talk about some of those people tonight. And the Keep Smiling movement is all about that, bringing smiles, inspiring others, and sharing joy. And today we'll talk a little bit about those. But after I left, I met with Ken. We were talking about the book. He was like, "I want to do a Keep Smiling book with you." And I said, "Well, great. Well, let's get started." He says, "I need 100 people that you are inspired by, and we'll do it." And I was like, "Okay, well, let's get going." And then here we are. Keep Smiling book.
And during
So,
COVID. And during COVID.
I'm sorry?
I said during COVID even.
Yeah, during COVID. Yeah, we managed to get it through. Also, you want to talk a little bit about the Keep Smiling movement. Where did this come from?
Well, it initially started with my mom and Kenny's grandma losing her life to Alzheimer's, and me waking up and saying, "You know what? A purpose-driven life," much like you, Ron, awakening and finding out that it's very important to actually cause smiles and purpose and actually giving hope to people. So just like Michael Tabrizi, I was looking for something that would actually grab me and cause me to say, "You know what? This is a movement I want to run with." And I wanted to also teach my son that anything's possible. So we met a gentleman in 2015 called, his name is Barry Shore. And all these lovely authors today, it's just making my heart pump and smile so much because these are people that have great stories and they've shared them. And when I met you, Ron, I have to say your mission and the message you're sharing in Baltimore, I'm all about it because Baltimore not only has a reputation that doesn't actually represent it very well, but you're actually shifting it because there's so many great things that happen in Baltimore. And when you come down to really the nitty gritty, the people that actually make Baltimore great are the leaders. And if everyone sees they can be a leader too, Baltimore will not have that reputation anymore.
No, I truly believe in, we all have an opportunity to give back. We partnered with a couple of organizations, which we were Aziza Peace and the Cub of Collington, Cups Coffee House, and to see what their missions are and giving back and, giving second chances to people, creating opportunities. So, it's wonderful to see that there are people boots on the ground giving back. There are a lot of naysayers and, I try to filtrate that out. I don't do too much on social media and such, just to avoid it because there's only so much that you can do. Hey, John Tay, how are you? So we were, you said, "Oh, your son, little Kenny, your birthday's coming up, isn't it? On the 14th?
And so is yours. By the way, his birthday's almost the same day as yours.
We're Geminis.
When's your birthday?
June 14th.
June 14th. And by the way, can you hear him okay? I'm trying to keep.
I can.
Okay. So I wanted to make sure Kenny has a joke book, and I'm kind of putting him on the spot a little bit here, but he has several books, and we're going to show them off real quickly. But each book that is sold is going to have a portion of the proceeds go to SocialYser.
Oh, I appreciate it. Yes.
And so can we show them real quick? Okay. So he's gonna let me show these books, and he's gonna tell 3 jokes, and he's gonna get back to work because he has some things he wants to build. So this is Kitty Captions, and it's a bunch of funny stuff, but it's also a bilingual book. If anyone's a father and would like to actually learn how to be a better father, which I needed to learn, so I got these books, then of course any book that is bought of this, Kenny's going to donate a couple dollars there. And then you want to see his first book that he ever had donated, created for him? Here it is. Making Friends Around the World. Making Friends Around the World was the very first book I wrote for Kenny. And I made a commitment that I'd do a book every single year for him. And this is his book last year, Kenny's Favorite Things. So I wanted to just have Kenny just share real quickly his book that he's going to tell a couple jokes real quick. You want to do the dinosaur one first?
Andrea, hold on a second. Andrea, would you mind reaching out to Shelby? She's trying to call in. It seems like she's probably having troubles getting in or not knowing where to go. I know she's supposed to be coming on next, so if you wouldn't mind reaching out to her, that'd be helpful.
And Jonte is going to love these jokes. He loves great jokes. So you want to do the dinosaur first? Okay, go ahead. Tell the dinosaur. The bad vision.
What do you call a dinosaur with bad vision?
What do you
I'm
call
not sure.
Okay, tell.
Do you think Thesaurus?
Do you think he saw us? All right, and do one more. Do the turtle one.
What did the snail say when he was jumping on the turtle's back?
I don't know.
Wee. So thank you so much for allowing Kenny to be part of your show and your launch of this wonderful event, and also just really all the great things you're doing. Kenny, if you want to go and play with your Legos, you can, or you can stay here. It's your choice. Okay? I think he's going to
do you have Shelby's phone number? Can you get that to Andrea? Because I don't.
I will go ahead and contact her right now.
Okay.
And I will let her know we're good to go.
Kenny, where is your karate suit? I saw you in your karate suit before.
Tell him where your karate suit is.
Upstairs.
It's upstairs. He wasn't going to dress in his karate suit today.
Oh, no karate suit today. Well, you could be like Captain Charmander and get all dressed up.
That's right.
So
tomorrow you're featured on the ambassador group for all the great things you're doing and creating smiles for Baltimore, but also I think people are just loving your message across the nation.
Yeah, I appreciate it. It's been a wonderful journey. I can't believe how quickly, this got off the ground, and then with the Corona quarantine, and we were able to go online. We have some big things that we're producing, which we'll talk more about. Throughout the summer, we're trying to kind of feel things out as to when we're going to be able to do public events again. But my guess is it's probably 2021 would be the safe bet.
Okay, so we're giving your book away on the ambassador program tomorrow because it's National Smile Day then. But one person touched my heart a lot that you had me photograph at your event probably about 3 months ago is your teacher.
Yeah, Bruno Barron.
Yes. I mean, that guy is amazing. And by the way, every single person in here, I am blown away by their spirit, their smiles. They really are not only living a life that they love, but they're actually really helping people be inspired and giving them hope.
Yeah, I mean, it's truly incredible to reconnect, and every day we seem to be growing, and people reach out. They're like, you need to know so and so, and I want you to get in contact with this person. And I think that they would be understand the mission and what we're doing. That's how we connected with you through Vince Sharps over at Mind Grub. Vince has been instrumental. Mind Grub, I talk to them about once or twice a week about developments as to what we're doing over here, because I had no idea that this was going. I mean, it was going to be just a friends thing in the beginning, and now here we are with a whole movement, and we're producing, and we got Facebook Lives every event. We got the book out. We're trying to get Shelby on. We'll talk about Shelby.
Shelby's in the room, by the way, the Zoom room.
Oh, she is?
Yeah.
Shelby, I can't see you.
Well, this is a message from her saying she's waiting in the Zoom room. Does she have the wrong link?
She's in the old one. She's
Oh,
probably in the old one.
Okay.
She has to get the new one from Andrea. Andrea needs her phone number.
Okay, I'm sending it right now. Because I have the new one, so I can just send her the new one. That's easy enough.
Yeah.
Okay. You are going to see presto happen. And by the way, Rick could sing a song real quick. I mean, he's been on the news a couple times this week because of his Frank Sinatra song. So he can sing a song real quick if you want while I'm getting Shelby in.
Yeah, are you in the room? I don't see Rick.
I see Rick. Rick has got his big smile.
Oh, there's Rick.
Here I
Hey,
am.
Rick. Yeah, so guys, we have Rick Selecki. He's been on the news. I think it was yesterday you were on the news. Rick Selecki is
Yes, I was.
so Rick Selecki is one of the top Uber drivers in the country because he brings good spirits to the community. He sings Frank Sinatra. It was a wonderful story to hear about that. Do you want to share a little bit about what you do over there and how you got involved with the Keep Smiling movement, Rick?
And by the way, Ron, Rick has done over 7 rides on Uber, so that's pretty cool.
7 rides, you mean 8,000?
8,000 5-star reviews.
Yeah, that's not
Well,
how
here
many
we go.
rides. That's how many 8,000. That's how many 5-star reviews.
Jeez.
Yeah, almost 17,000 trips. Oh, wait,
Shoot.
so you want a little music, do you? Someday, when I'm awfully low, when the world is cold, I will feel a glow just thinking of you and the way you look tonight. Yes, you're lovely with your smile so warm and your cheeks are soft. There is nothing for me but to love you and the way you look tonight. With each word, grows, tearing my fears apart.
Why aren't we seeing him live? That's what I want to know.
Yeah, I know. I think.
Well, Rick is going to come in live pretty soon, but I want to say just a couple things to you. First of all, can you please because we're going to be playing this tomorrow, can you please let people know your mission and actually how to connect with SocialYser, and if they want SocialYser in their city, they should be able to reach out to you, Ron. So can you share that?
Absolutely. So SocialYser's mission is to create themed community events that we are able to raise funds to give back to organizations, and we focus on at-risk and underprivileged kids. We have 3 organizations that are our key components. We're going to partner up with the Keep Smiling movement as our 4th one. We're going to do a quarterly large event that we're in productions with for next year. And our mission is ultimately to make, create opportunities, expand some of these programs that are giving to these kids that need, opportunities in the inner cities. Many of them don't have, families aren't around. They have after school programs, basic needs of being able to eat and food, where they provide dinners before they go home at night. So it's wonderful to be connected with with these organizations and to get in and to inspire the kids and let them know that we're out there. We want to incorporate them into our projects, which we will be talking to Shelby Blondell. We're going to be doing a music video. It'd be nice to have some of them in our videos, have them come out to our events to participate with us. So we're going to be allotting a number of tickets to our events so that the kids can come with their family. And that there's no barrier to entry into SocialYser.
Well, there is one barrier.
What?
You told me that you cannot be a flat tire.
Yeah, you can't be a flat tire. That's the only thing. That's the only requirement.
You have to come with a smile and fun and acceptance and embracing humanity. So I'm going to get in a little trouble if I don't say where our group is to your organization, your followers. So we have the Keep Smiling movement on Facebook. We also have the Keep Smiling ambassadors, where you can be an ambassador of Ron and his dog and his smile. So I just wanted to thank you, Ron. You've made such a difference in Baltimore, and specifically for me, my family in the Baltimore area. I know Kenny thanks you for a little shout out to his joke book, and you know, he's about smiles too. So I just want to thank you. You are all love, and I'm so honored that I was able to actually help you with your book.
Well, thank you for coming on board and believing in the mission from day one. I mean, that's truly, that's how rewarding this has been, is to know that we've had people from the very beginning of this, and you were instrumental in partnering with us. And you said, I have you all year. That's what you told me. You said, I've got you all year. Whatever you need photographed, just call me. And I was like, perfect. That's what, you know, that was truly remarkable and a true gift to offer that to me.
And last thing, just real quick, I just want to say there are a couple other authors that couldn't be here tonight because they're working. So you will have them for future shows if you'd like. Jerry Edwards is one of my favorite friends. And I just want to say that he really wanted to be here, and he's really upset that he's chopping up lobsters for people.
I know. He's living the hard life. And Michael Tabrizi as well.
Yes, exactly. That'd be great to have a chef night. That's a good idea.
Yeah, chef night. So I'm going to be reaching out to both of them. I appreciate it.
Cool.
Shelby, are you in the room?
I am in the room.
You in the house?
Darling?
I am in the hat. What is going on?
Oh my God, I love you and your quintessential hat, your trademark over there, that red hat. Yeah,
You know,
things are wonderful.
I just don't feel like me without it on, you know?
Well, it's not you.
That's right. That is right. You are
It's
absolutely
like this, the charm maker. The charm maker is like now my outfit. It's
right. You just, you know, it brings out the best in you, right? And it looks
Yeah.
good on you. It looks good on you, Ralph.
so. What have you been up to?
Oh my goodness. Well, things have shifted for me a little bit. You know, I don't get to be out playing in front of people, which is what I love so much, because it's seeing people's energies and making people happy, right? So that shifted a little bit. So I've had more time on my hands for sure, but that's meant a lot more writing. And then, you know, still doing like live streaming and stuff has actually been pretty great. You know, I thought that I would miss that connection. The beauty in performing live is feeling the energy, right? So you almost know what people are thinking and feeling and how they interpret a song maybe. But the cool thing about the live streams is you can still kind of see that through like the comments and things. People actually tell you exactly what they're feeling. So it's still nice to kind of still get that same feeling, but you know, trying to find the blessings in this and enjoying the weather. I mean, it's gorgeous. Look at today. It's been beautiful. It's and nice spending time catching up with people.
Yeah, absolutely. And we're, also, Shelby is going to be partnering with us to do a song for SocialYser. We've talked a little bit about doing that. We'd like to do a music video. Just to give you a heads up, Shelby, we're going to be pushing this out significantly sometime. So you'll have the summer and such, and I'll be talking to you directly about kind of our plans and such, because we're going to revamp opportunities and such that are coming up. So we got some time on our hands. But yeah, Shelby is one of the beginning people as well. You have a book as well that you're working on with Keep Smiling, correct?
Yes, absolutely. You know, the mission of Keep Smiling, I love it so much. It reminds me a lot of SocialYser. It's all about bringing joy and that mission of just the beauty in smiling and happiness, and how that really is a universal second language. So I'm really excited to be a part of Keep Smiling and SocialYser. You know, it's nice to see the three heads come together, and when we all work together, it's so much better than anything we can do on our own.
Yeah, absolutely. And I talked to Ken and I talked to MindGrub. You said, you know, it's important for us to align ourselves with not just anyone, but the people that also have the same goals, that have the same mission. And, you know, there's no negativity amongst our groups, and we're all just out there just creating positive things. Shelby also wrote a song called It'll Be Okay, with a music video that came out during the coronavirus times. This is one of my favorite songs of the times. I listen to it all the time. I tell Shelby I get in the car and I listen to it every day. She's probably got like 10,000 song hits from me, because I listen to it when I go, and I just think it's very inspiring to say that it'll be okay. You know, people often think, you know, they put themselves in the negative zone, and, you know, I always think to myself, you know what, it'll be okay. It will pass by. You know, you just got to stay positive, even when you're being stressed out and such, and just reflect in, you know, just try to meditate, even when you're like on the phones or whatever with the tech support, and you know how that is. Every day I'm on tech support, and I'm like, listen, I'm using this music on hold as a meditative moment rather than just getting fired up, and just try to refocus. And what are you going to share with us today?
Well, that might be what I have to share. That might be the one, because I think it's so easy, especially with what's going on now. I mean, I know I sometimes do find myself feeling, especially when all this began, it was that feeling of, is it going to be okay? How are we going to get through it? And the reality is that it is going to be. We've got people along the way that are going to help us get through it. And I think it's just a message that, I'm happy to share whenever I can. So more than happy to share that with this amazing group tonight.
Absolutely. Well, you want to take it away?
All right, let's do it.
Yes.
Ron, you seem to know the words though, so if you have to sing along, that's all right.
Oh, I love it. Yes.
When my wings get too heavy to fly, and the road that's traveled hard, it's easier to say goodbye. That's when I feel you in my veins, like a wildfire. See you in my dreams, and I know that somehow I'll make it. I know sometimes the light gets dark, pain's too great, see through too bright days, but when you're lost, Lord, you'll be found out here. You say it'll be okay. When my sails get torn, feet buckle honey. When my mind can't sleep, lights on me. That's when I feel you in my veins, like a wildfire. See you in my dreams, and I know that somehow I'll make it. I know sometimes life is dark, pain's too great, see through too bright days, but when you're lost, Lord, you'll be found out here. You say it'll be okay.
Oh, I'm in the Zoom. I'm not on Facebook.
I know that sometimes life gets darker, pain's too great, see through brighter days. When you're lost, Lord, you'll be found out here. You say it'll be okay.
Ah, I love it. I love it, love it, love it.
I saw you mouthing along, so thank you very much.
Yeah, so we and then they can find the video on YouTube. You guys should take a look at the YouTube. It'll Be Okay by Shelby Blondell. I just love it. The nurses dancing and just, the at-home videos. It's just so perfect, for this time that we were social distancing, and it just captured that of, it's the whole new world for us. What's going on? Who would have thought this is where we've been last year, right?
Right. I thought we were going to spend this night, all of us being actually together. So it's definitely, it's different, but it's nice to still be able to do things like this.
Absolutely. So we're going to, I think we're going to bring in John Tay Hall. John Tay, are you down there? Oh,
I am John Tay, and it's nice to be here.
I love you.
I think Jonte's probably playing a little basketball. Jonte, you got to come back from the hoops. So
Yeah.
he's a Harlem Globetrotter, retired, and he speaks at a lot of the schools in Baltimore to inspire them to make better choices. And if he is not back in a second or two, I would highly encourage you to move to the very hippie-ish Barbara Palmer.
Barbara Palmer, we got the courageous diva in the house. I love your spirit. So guys, most of these guys I'm just now meeting this week, and we've gotten into the ambassador rooms and the author books. And Barbara is, Barbara just brings smiles all day. Everybody loves her. She's very active in the boards and just being positive. You want to share a little bit about your story and how you got connected with
Sure. Can you hear me okay?
I can.
Okay, first of all, I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this. And I also want to give special kudos to Ken and Andrea. They are so passionate about the Keep Smiling movement, and they have worked extremely hard this week. So thank you both so much. I actually met Ken probably about 3 years ago through a mutual friend. And I think Ken fell in love with my energy. Is that right, Ken? Yeah, I think Ken liked my energy, but nevertheless, he invited me the end of last year to do a Keep Smiling book with him. And I did, and I think that's one of the best decisions I've ever made. But to share you a little bit of my story, I am a two-time, I have to count the years, I am actually a two-time 18-year breast cancer survivor.
Wow.
And my initial story actually started back in 2003 when I was first diagnosed. And one of the things people need to understand is that anytime you go through a challenge, it's difficult. But when you are single and don't have a partner, it's even more difficult. It takes on a whole new dimension. So I battled cancer in 2003. I went through the treatment. I went through chemotherapy, and I also went through radiation. And chemotherapy was the worst thing I had ever experienced in my life. And I told myself if my cancer came back, I would not put myself through that again. But what I am most proud of is when I was initially diagnosed with breast cancer in 2003, I was never angry. I never said, why me? I knew why me. I knew God was going to use me to help other women through their journey, which is what I've been doing since 2004. So almost 8 years exactly after my first diagnosis, cancer decided to pay this little girl another visit. And I elected to have a double mastectomy. And the reason why I elected to do that is because unless you walk in someone's shoes, you have no idea what they're going through. So as I stated, since 2004, I had been walking women through their journey, but I could not identify for a woman that had lost her breast or was about to lose her breast. So when I was diagnosed the second time and had the double mastectomy, I thanked God because he was now going to use me to impact more women. So I went through my second journey. As you can see, I beat that. And I also realized that I was getting older. I wanted to impact people more. And so I made a decision that I was going to retire from BGE. It was somewhat a difficult decision because it was just something that I decided to take a leap of faith, because you never know what you can do unless you do it. So I took that leap of faith in 2017 and I retired. And that was probably the best thing that could have happened, because at the time my oldest brother got very ill. He and I had not spoken several years, and so I was able to be his primary caregiver. We built our relationship. So one of the things I would like to say to people, that it is so important that you forgive each other, because you never know when your last moment is going to be here. So just please reach out, forgive someone that you may be angry with. I don't know how much more time I have, Ron. Should I speed it up a little bit?
You're good.
Okay, so at any rate, I repaired my relationship with my brother, and he ended up passing away about 15 months after we renewed our relationship. And every day was focused on my brother. And so after he died, I really didn't know what to do. And I said, man, I need to focus on myself. And mentoring women and helping women get through their journey will always be my number one passion, but I wanted to do something else. And so I decided that I was going to start an online store that sold breast cancer accessories. I also came up with 2 t-shirt lines. I have one, I don't know if you see it, Dare to Live Boldly. And I also have a Courageous Diva t-shirt line as well. Um, but one of the things I would like to make sure the audience understand is that we all have a purpose, and we don't know how long we're going to be here to fulfill that purpose. And I think what we're going through now is a perfect example as to why we need to get on with the business of doing what we were born to do. And so I'm very grateful that I am still here. I'm very grateful that God is still using me to impact the lives of others. And initially, when I started to reach out to encourage and inspire people, it was strictly for breast cancer patients, but I realized that other people needed to be inspired too. And so it's not just my mission to inspire and encourage breast cancer patients, but to inspire and encourage all. So I guess I would just probably like to end by saying that you're never too old to follow your dream. I'm a senior citizen myself, very proud to say that I'm a senior citizen. And I am embracing what we're going through now because it's making me embrace technology, which I really am not crazy about, but I am starting to embrace technology. And I've also just had the time to just be still, figure out what else I wanted to do. And I guess the last thing I wanted to mention is that I started a group for single women, so we could help each other go through the pandemic together. And that group has been very successful. It's a private Facebook group, and we also meet bi-weekly and have video chats through Zoom. So Ron, once again, it's been a pleasure, absolute pleasure to meet you. I thank you once again for allowing me to be a part of your book launch party.
Yes, I appreciate it. I want to say thank you for coming on. I'm glad I got to meet you, and hopefully, you know, when this is all done, we'll be able to have some time that Ken will get us all together. We're all coming over to Ken's house for breakfast. Sunday brunch, Ken. We were signing ourselves up.
I'm in.
So, yeah, so I appreciate you coming on.
Thank you for inviting me.
I want you to meet my friend Maxie. Hopefully she's out there watching us today, because you remind me she's a courageous diva. She is a diva in her own self, and I could tell you two would get along just fine.
Oh, good. Absolutely. I would love to.
Yeah, so wonderful. Well, Jonte, I see you're down there. Are you able to hear us? I see you're on mute. You're on mute. Hey there, how are you?
I'm doing good, man. Thanks for having me.
Well, thanks for coming on. You guys, we got Jonte Hall. He was a retired Harlem Globetrotter. When were you up there in New York?
I was in New York. Last time I was in New York was maybe last April.
Last April. When did,
you talking about the picture? The picture in the back?
Yeah, did you live up there? Because I lived in New York for 8 years.
No, I didn't. My lady, my fiance, used to live there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So I lived in New York for a while. So, yeah, Harlem has changed a lot since went up there and when I left. So.
Okay.
Tell us a little bit about your story and how you got connected with the Keep Smiling movement.
Okay. I met Ken about maybe about 2 years ago, and Ken being that Ken is from Baltimore, he loved my story so much. He said, "Jonte, we got to get you in the book, the Keep Smiling book." And we met. I met Andrea, wonderful people. Oh, man, I love them so much. They believe in my story. They put it into the Keep Smiling campaign. They put it in the book. I have my own book right here, Keep Smiling, co-author, me and Ken,
So, Ken on the back.
yeah, there you go. So can't believe in
me
my
and
story.
Ken, there's Captain Charmaker and Ken on the book.
Yep. So can't believe in my story, and got me in the book. And like you said, I'm a former Harlem Globetrotter. I did it for 8 years, traveled the world, 57 countries, all 50 states. On my second passport, you know, been from Baltimore, seen a lot at an early age, offered drugs, offered to sell it, offered to do it. But my path was just like, I wanted to just to go straight. I wanted to play basketball. And so basketball saved my life, you know, because I had friends growing up. They was into the drugs, into, you know, the street life. But I wasn't about that. I was just about playing basketball and keeping a smile on my face.
I love it. I love it.
Yeah,
But you're
so
also
that's,
the shortest one too, aren't you?
yes, the first shortest.
The
Yep.
first shortest.
Yep.
Tiny. Do they call you tiny?
They call me too tall.
Too tall. Too tall.
Yeah. So it's pretty much humor. You know, Globetrotters, you know, they promote the humor. You know, when you short, your name could be like the tall person, and then when you tall, your name could be the short person.
Yeah.
That was like the humor or whatever in that situation. But
How tall are you?
5'2".
Oh, 5'2". I'm 6'2". You're
Oh
like
wow,
a
you got
foot.
me about a foot.
Yeah, I got you by a foot. That's awesome.
Got me about a foot.
They always said I was supposed to play basketball. Like, you played basketball when you were high school? I was like, no, I ran track.
There ain't nothing wrong with that. That's awesome. That's phenomenal.
Yeah.
That's phenomenal. So from Baltimore, man, seen a lot at an early age, offered drugs, like I was telling you. And I kept focused. I wanted to make a difference. And I recently stepped away from the Globetrotters. I didn't retire. I just stepped away because I feel like our youth need a positive influence.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know, a lot of kids are losing their lives with bullying, cyberbullying. I didn't get bullied physically, but I got bullied verbally. And, you know, words hurt more than, you know, actual fighting, you know. So hearing like, you too small, you know, why are you here? You know, won't you give up? So, you know, that's pretty much bullying. And I didn't let that affect me. So I felt like our youth need a positive influence, and it was like, okay, now it's time to get back. You know, doing the Globetrotter stuff, traveling the world. I proved what I had to prove, made history, and it was just like my time was now. You know, time to get back. So yeah, so motivational speaker now.
Well, you're going to be, I'm not leaving you. We've connected, and I'm going to be in touch with you because I definitely want to incorporate you into some of our stuff, you know, that we have coming up, you know, in the coming years and such. I think it'd be a great opportunity for us to partner because that's kind of our mission as well, to get in to be a positive influence to some of these kids. You know, they have programs. The club at Collington Square, they have a 130 kids after school program. When I went over there to talk about partnering with them, this was in, I think it was like October, November when I went over to talk to them. 7 of the kids had lost members within their family to gun violence in that program. So, you know, your story is real. I mean, they're afraid of the streets. They have no, you know, they want their streets back. They're, you know, these programs are their havens where they go, you know, they get their food there before they go home at night. They go there right after school. So we want to expand the program. You know, the school calls to try to get some more kids in the program, but they're maxed out. So our goal is to expand that within this year. And we're putting a business plan together with some events and some activities. But, you know, I think that, you know, the things that we do out there make a difference. They were worried that I was going to leave them when, you know, everything got canceled, all of our events. I said, we're not canceling, we're revamping. So it's just, we're shifting things and we're rewriting the script right now is all we're doing. We're not giving up.
I love that.
We just have to reassess things. So
I love that. And it's my brand, by the way, Jonte Not So Small. So I'll give you a brief description of my logo. It's a self-description of me as a kid, spinning the basketball. Basketball is my gift. And the shadow comes from my heart. That means there's a big person in all of us. Got a backpack on my back. That means we need knowledge in everyday life. Knowledge is the key. And the not so small doesn't mean I'm not like focusing on height. So I feel like if you're trying to be a lawyer, you know, I feel like they try to like critique you on your education. They might say your education is small. You don't have enough education to be a lawyer. So they trying to say that you're too small to be a lawyer. So I'm targeting everybody with disadvantages, not just height, but education, all that.
Education, yep, training. And I think, we got to get back to some of the trade skills as well.
Exactly.
There's ways to make your own. And you don't necessarily need to go to college. I mean, you can become a tradesman, do an apprenticeship and such. So I know wonderful people that have businesses that do really, really well that never went to school, because if you put time into yourself and you care for yourself, never give up learning. I think, you don't need to get it out of a university, but you shouldn't stop learning. We've got YouTube, we've got, I'm always trying to figure out new things, how to learn new softwares and such, because you can just do it. I mean, the information's out there, but you've got to put the time in.
Absolutely. I agree. And you got to do that with anything you're trying to accomplish, like basketball, like far as your studies, you have to put in the work. It's not going to happen overnight.
It doesn't, no. And, hours of practice,
Yes.
I ran track and field. I was, as a, running track and field as a state champion, invited to the junior Olympic team. I mean, that was every single
That's
day,
awesome.
all day. I mean, it was like, it's a lot of work, but
It is.
But and it also comes with mentorship. For me, I didn't get to where I was in all of my career, and I've had a lot of, I've had great experiences, but they've all come through mentorship. And I look at Ken. Ken is kind of a mentor to us with the Keep Smiling movement as a partner. So I bounce things off of them as far as how do we move forward. And SocialYser too. The reason that our name is SocialYser with a Y is SocialYser, but the Y is in there because it's why we do what we do. We're socially wise and we're socially conscious about our decisions that we make and what we and how we feel we can give back and create an impact in our community. So we socialize with people, but it's the why in SocialYser is our purpose. It's our driving force. When you wake up, it's asking yourself every day, what is my why? What is my why in life? What do I do today? And it's the why. And I stay focused on our why, because our why is our mission.
That's deep. That's incredible. That's incredible. And I agree with you 1,000%.
Yeah. Well,
I agree
wonderful.
with you.
Well, do we have anybody else in the room that hasn't been able to check in? I think, do we have Joan McGill? I'm not sure if we have Joan. I think that's the only one. We have Rick. So yeah, you guys, so we've had a wonderful night. We've got to talk to some great authors. We are truly, truly blessed to be a part of the Keep Smiling movement. This is a family. When we put the boards
pop
up,
on.
Oh yeah, Andrea, we got Andrea. You want to?
Andrea, hey now.
Hi,
So
Shantae. Let me go ahead.
Andrea is the one that keeps, steers the ship. She keeps us all organized.
I love her so much.
How she does it, she doesn't sleep. She takes naps every 30 minutes, whenever she needs one.
Naps don't happen in my world. I'm actually bringing everybody on. So Rick, start your video as well. And then if Ken can hop back on, he will too. So yeah, I'm the executive director of the Keep Smiling movement, and love all of you guys. I'm so glad that that I was introduced to Ron Monk. I've been helping him with publicity as well, and for all these amazing people. In case I don't think Ken said at the beginning, so the KeepSmilingMovement.com. We're a nonprofit, and our goal, our mission, is to help people find positivity in the world. When like right now, there's 264 million people diagnosed with depression, and that doesn't include people who have anxiety, fear, and doesn't include anything to do with COVID. So we're out here to create positivity and smiles and to change the world that way. And so to hook up with Ronald Monk and to be doing things for Baltimore to inspire that city is just absolutely amazing. And so we're so honored to be part of SocialYser, and we definitely recommend that you go there. So that's www.social, the letter Y, SER, SocialYser.com, and check out what they have. They have a whole bunch of fun things, and you can get Ron's a book as an ebook as well by going reaching out. Ron, are you guys going to have it on your website too, or should we just go ahead and give it away through the Keep Smiling movement today?
Keep Smiling Movement. I don't have it on the website yet.
All right, cool. Yeah, so go to thekeepsmilingmovement.com, and there's a button that says get your free ebook, and it allows you to email us and say, I want Ron's book, and then we'll make sure you get that one too. So thank you guys for letting me share and to pop in and say hi tonight.
Well,
Thanks,
thank you so
Andrea.
much. This is a family, this Keep Smiling movement. I mean, I really feel connected with everybody. I've talked to even some of the authors who weren't able to join us tonight, but it was, it's nice that I feel a true connection. You feel the authenticity, you feel the impact, you feel the promise and the hope that we can give back and leave something positive for a future generation. I don't have kids, so for me, it's important to leave something as, when I leave here, that it's, I feel like that I made a difference in at least one person's life. And if I can do that, then I did my job.
Well, thank you for saying that, because the Keep Smiling movement is definitely, the books are about leaving a legacy. And that's what became so important to Ken when his mom passed, that he didn't even have a story of what she loved or what her why was and how she overcame trials and tribulations. And that's what each of your stories do. They're a story of inspiration with motivational quotes in your book underneath the other 99 pictures of people who are smiling that really show you how you can change your world. And Ron creates smiles all over the place. So he really is a Captain Charmmaker. And Barbara Palmer, Jante Hall, he's a former Harlem Globetrotter. I renamed you. And Barbara Palmer, she's amazing. And Rick Sosleski, he has been calling me on a regular basis and serenades me. So he brings smiles to my face as well. And I think we should just have you be like a singing telegram, Rick. So Ron, Ron, when you're ready to go, can we have Rick sing us out?
Yeah, absolutely. I think that,
Yeah.
guys, we're going to get ready to check off here. We want to thank everybody for coming on. We want to share a little bit about our story, how we got started, why we partnered with the Keep Smiling movement, because their brand aligned with our mission. And we are extremely ecstatic to extend our family at SocialYser to the Keep Smiling movement. All of us are in this together. We want to make Baltimore a brighter place, and we're here. So if you want to take it away, Rick, you can sing us on out. And Andrea, thanks again.
Thank you. And thank you, Shelby Blondell, who had to sign off.
Yes, I appreciate it.
Thanks for having me, guys.
Thanks, John.
Rick,
We'll be in
Rick,
touch.
so
We'll
if
be in
you'll
touch.
Rick, unmute yourself and you can take us away.
Great, thank you.
I might
Fly
join in.
me to the moon.
To the moon.
Let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me. Fill my life with song and let me sing forevermore. You are all I long for, all I worship and adore. In other words, please be true. In other words, I love 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You.
Thank
Oh, that's
you.
great.
Hashtag
smiling,
keep
folks.
smiling.
Thanks
Hashtag
so much,
SocialYser.
everyone.
I am
Bye.
smiling.
Bye,
This is
family.
great.
Love you,
You know
guys,
what?
and we'll talk soon.
I'm really enjoying the evening here.
All right.
This is
So I just stopped the live stream. So I'll go ahead and stop the recording. And
Great.
thank you all for being